waiting for both to go live. It is still going live, it looks like. Announcements are up. Bots have made their announcements. Okay, I am live. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon and evening, depending on where you are. Today I'm finishing up that same song. It was a 3/4 and 4/4 track. It was fairly tricky for me. I dabbled with it a little bit afterwards, but basically I just added. I imagined it what it would be afterwards, but this feels like a climax. So I'm thinking I'll end up pulling this all back and doing like a subtle, more gentler intro, or making this still an intro and then going into like a simple verse style and open up with the chorus. It does. I'm not sure yet. So at this point it's about what feels right, the creativity, but we ended up with the chorus and the climax of the song first. Anyways, I am going to do my usual 30-minute pre-stream, and I'll be here in about 30 minutes. I'll catch you all very soon. Hi everyone, I'm here. It's just working on this customer service thing. Give me a one moment. I'm gonna set up my be right back video, so at least some music is playing in the background. Okay.
All right, I'm finally back. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, everyone. Let's see what happened there. Oh, basically, I switched internet providers because, well, I just needed a fiber line for upload and everything. This is steadier for streaming. And as a music producer and everything, if I have to upload a video or a long file or a really big mix in raw format, it can come out to like 200 to 400 gigs of upload. I mean, you expect that from a game, right? So some games can go up to like what 4 gigs and stuff, or like well, not gigs, megabytes, but it can go up to like 4 or 5 gigs and 20 gigs, 40 gigs, and the files can get really ridiculous because you're transferring back and forth with the raw rates and the raw files before they get compressed and compiled into the actual game. So I needed a fiber line, and my old internet provider didn't have fiber here. So when when another company came in here and said I'm putting in fiber, I jumped right on it. But my old company was like, I'm gonna hang on to you. Like I would like to hang on to you as a customer, and we're trying to get the fiber to you. And they kept giving me 3 months, and then they gave me 6 months, and then they're giving me another 3 months. And I was like, I do like them. I do like the customer service. They've been always friendly with me. I've been with them forever. They just didn't have the fiber lines, and what am I supposed to do with that? So, yeah, they basically extended they practically gave me a year for free of internet, but I don't even need to use them. I got because I have the fiber line from the other provider. Now, the other provider, on the other hand, the reason I'm sticking with the other guys, like even letting them have a chance, is because I love the customer service of the first provider. The second provider, they started out with the most hiccups. The installation people drilled into the wrong home. They gave them wrong emails, and people are complaining about like it was a very sloppy rollout by them. um, and then I had to call up because they gave me the wrong stuff, and it was such a mess. So that was fun. And I kind of do miss going back to my first provider, but again, I need the fiber optic lines. Now, back to my track. Okay, so this software is kind of annoying me because of the way, if you see where the music is and then I have this gap in the front, I'm going to play from here really quick just to give an idea where it is, but I feel like the song feels like the climax of the song already, and then it goes into the little fade out kind of feel. So, and it's perfect. I think the song can open with the chorus. It's just I need to maybe make it fit there. I'm gonna cut this in half as well because I want it to just be a fade out kind of repeating of the ending. But I'll play it from here, and then I'm gonna try to work on what I can come up with in the beginning. And Fortuna, thanks for dropping in. Sorry for the delayed stream. All right, let's play this. And it's not coming out on the stream. Let me fix that. An easy fix. Can I show this window? Okay, so this is my OBS, and it's silly because it's already set to this one, but I have to reset it again every single time I open up OBS to capture Cubase. So my apologies there. It's just every time I open it, it just has me doing it again. And I'm gonna lower this down a little bit more.
This is where I want to start it. So that I'm thinking like from here. You and you. What happened here? Why is this doubled up this way? Oh, I know what's happening here. Right, so we'll drag this over here. One more over. So nah, I like how it runs from the previous one. I'll just go back to it. Yeah, it sounds better from all the way back here. I feel like this should be a shortened version of it. Just trying it. Why not? Doesn't hurt. I made a mistake again. It's this one. But I feel like, no, it should skip to here. And let's cut all of this out. Oh. So this, and then move this. Let's try that. Willard! Thanks for dropping in. How you doing? This whole morning I got stuck kind of delaying my stream because of I had to call customer service for my internet. Especially when they give you an automated thing, it says, "Well, say this if you need. Please tell us what you kind of service you need." I was like, "I need to do this. I need to do that," and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, that's not an option." I was like, "So, if ever you ever get into an automated message, it doesn't matter what you're asking them for. Even if you just need a bill change or bill adjustment, just tell the automated system that you're trying to cancel your line." And the automated system will be like, "Oh shoot, I'm gonna get you straight to a representative." just some advice out there. It's so annoying because they're automated systems. The AI is even trying to talk back to you. It's like, "Go away, dude." Exactly. Just tell them, like, "Look, I'm trying to cancel." "Oh, hold on." It's so funny. Alright. So that worked out. The count of this is wrong now. So this is supposed to be, this is 4. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. So it carries on 3, 4 for 3 measures and then back to 4. This song is really wild, Willardo. I keep saying Willardo because of like Willard of Oz. But I see Willardo or Willardoff because the of is lowercase and I keep mixing it up. I'm sorry, man. I gotta get off of that. I gotta remember it says of right there. So this song is really different for me because I started off writing it in 3/4. I kept writing it in 3/4 and I was like, there's something off with this one measure. And this one measure sounded good. I liked how it sounded, so I kept it at 4/4. And then Well, that's all good. I've been called worse. um, I'm sorry for that. I can't imagine what that could have been like. Yeah, but like with the rest of this song over here, I was going to continue at 3-3, but because this ended up a 4-4 measure and I liked it, I forced everything else and I gave it a shot to see what happens if I extended every other one of these long pauses to 4, and it sounded good. And now it's such a hassle because now it's stitching 3-4, 4-4, 3-4, 4-4, 3-4, 4-4, and just you could hear it. It's so. It was a happy accident. Thanks, man. Willen said I like it. I like it. It's so unexpectedly sweet. That 4 extending out the drama of every phrase came out really good. And I was like, I like it. I like don't want to. So I kind of I stuck with it. Now I'm trying to figure out because it sounds more like a. And since you're just hopping on the stream, it sounds more like a finale than it does a opening verse. Because I couldn't think of what I wanted to do with the song, and I got some references last time, and I was thinking it should be like more like I kind of wanted to go like with Tifa's theme. It's the place that you can go for comfort and the friend you can turn to, kind of thing. And the scene that you see on the top right corner is basically where it's going to be placed. Although I do have a bit more history and more information about where the story is going to go, so I need to be able to, and to top it off in this story, she's actually transforms from a wolf. So she has some interesting origins. Now the other thing is because she has the origins of being like partial, like from the Mongolian region. In a medieval story, we were kind of debating on whether or not she should have a foreign tone, because then all the other characters that come from a different region would I do like a more ethnic tone. And so I was like, you know what? I didn't think of that. I just felt like she was fairly more exotic than the rest of the characters, being the werewolf, and I did not even consider the fact that there are other races in this game that maybe I should give a little homage to. So I might actually take some more native instruments. So like the blacksmith in the beginning of the game more. Let me see if I can go back there. No, I can't. I have to load from the beginning. Let's go from the main menu then. You know what's really funny? I can hear the game. There it is. Now I'm debating whether or not when the blacksmith comes in, I should also add more ethnic tones for him. Let me skip the intro. Alright, so when the blacksmith comes in, so I have the anvil. Whoops, I should not resize it. I just realized I should not be resizing this window. Shoot.
Oops. Okay. That should be it. Okay, so you can hear this song playing right now, and it has like some anvil smashes. And before you reach the blacksmith, it's the town theme without the anvils, and that's why it really works out. But I didn't really think about it, because during the medieval time period, people when you watch like stories like Robin Hood and the medieval era, you don't actually have people talking about. It's usually portrayed by predominantly Europeans, and they tend to be between either the Spanish and Caucasian. The thing is, the medieval time period actually had a lot of, I mean, like, if you really think back at it, the Crusades happened along the way. There's the Silk trade. The Mongols actually invaded during the medieval era. So that time period has a lot of mixed races going on in all of Europe. So it makes everything quite different. So that was the theme song for the town. And then I was wondering if I should have a more ethnic tone towards skip forward for John here, who's portrayed more as, you know, African descent. And I'm sitting there like, oh, I don't know. Maybe instead of the bombards and the local instruments of the time, I can use more ethnic drums and a little bit more tone. But again, another thing I was taught in school was that when you make music, it's either you go, unless you're doing 100% ethnic, if you're doing it for a film or anything, and you're expecting it to have like a mixed audience, 80% Western, 20% ethnic. So I would just sprinkle it in there and keep it very Western. And I'm not talking about Western as in European Western. I'm talking about like the universal orchestra of, you know, when you see an epic movie and everything, or even like, I don't know, Wakanda, for example, they have some ethnic instruments, but they still have the strings, the band, the orchestra going on and everything. So you do still have those Western elements. They're kind of more like now the neutral elements of all music in media. So, and then even rock bands is kind of universal now. Everybody kind of is okay with the guitar and the drums of modern music. So, all of that is considered neutral. So you have an 80% neutral and a 20% ethnic. And that's kind of where I'm thinking if I should change this up and add a little bit more ethnic tone to it when he shows up. I mean, I might as well, since I already covered Red, you know, so who's... For the most part, I'm using a lot of medieval era instruments, harps, lutes, the sitar, and it's just a lot of medieval era instruments to make this music while I'm trying to add a little bit of modernization to it. So yeah, like with Alicia's theme, which is also available on YouTube right now, I made it sound more kind of like the whole that Disney tone where it's like somebody's calling down, I don't know, the other main characters, like Cinderella, come on down, and all that stuff, and then the whole music stuff too, the coming mother and all that stuff. And you have her theme going on, so I kind of went with that princess feel and everything, and I went with a very Western tone. So with that said, Red is a bit of an anomaly in my in terms of my music, but it feels right because of the later parts of the game where you kind of run into her. Hold on, let's skip to it. So one way or another, you will figure it out because it's you, and I wanted to make her theme, and it makes it so. There's a point where she's wandering around and encounters another character as the wolf form, and I'm going to be portraying it like I'm going to be playing her theme, but in a more whimsical way. Like more with pluck strings and everything. And I'm this version of the song allows me to stay thematic. And that's the other challenge. I'm trying to create music that I can stay thematic throughout the entire game, representing certain characters or representing current in certain scenarios or scenes that come over again. And with that thematic sense, people will get like that feeling of the nostalgia throughout the game. But on top of that, it also applies really well to the character and you know who's there and everything. And I just really want her to like when I compose my music, it's really tough to come up with something. You as a composer would also know, like coming up with something thematic and making something else from the stems and making adjustments and making a version of a song that fits different situations can be a lot more difficult than just composing one song. They're practically remixes of one another, and not all songs are ready for that. So you have to create one that actually sounds right in multiple situations, and that's where the challenge is in thematic music. And I figure you would have that in your game as well. So. So you hear that, and then if I did let's not duplicate that. I'm gonna duplicate the Spitfire strings, remove the Spitfire strings. I'm gonna switch it to like a pizzicato, copy it down and solo it. Let's remove everything else, and you can imagine where like it sounds like this. Okay, that's a little too quiet. Give me a moment. So those little whimsical moments, and I'm already prepared to kind of do all of that. And I imagine that theme already in advance of where I'm gonna go with it. And that's kind of like why I can't shift away from a lot of the tones I already have. I can change some of the notes and make it feel correct, and I can always modify it from there to match the theme. But at this point, it's like I know where the story is going, so I'm trying to come up with a song that I feel will be revisited and create the nostalgia factor that I want everyone to feel in later parts of the game. Where and I'm trying so hard not to spoil anything, but you can imagine what it's like. But I can't spoil anything on the stream. Because right now we only have the demo. And I have the rest, well, a good portion of the script, so I know that things do come up. All right, so we can get rid of this.
this shouldn't even be there anymore. So now I need to come up with what the beginning is going to sound like. And I was thinking of doing what Uematsu does best. And Uematsu somehow introduces his songs in such a subtle way without it sounding like an intro. It sounds like it's part of the song, it flows right into it, and it just goes there. And it's like part of the scene in a sense. So, and for those who don't know, Uematsu is the composer for the Final Fantasy series up to Final Fantasy X until he transitioned out towards 11. In 10, he already transitions with other composers to kind of take up the mantle. I believe he does revisit every once in a while, but he doesn't. He's retired from composing. And he co-composed with Mitsuda, and I believe Mitsuda and Uematsu composed together for Chrono Trigger at the time. But it was the credit has gone heavily to Mitsuda for that one. If I got my history right. um. Uh, Now, um, I'm trying to go and like I'm looking and I can hear Aerith's theme song in my head and Tifa's theme song in my head, and I'm just kind of staring at it and staring at like how do I want to go about it without obviously copying the style entirely, but like and how do I go about it with this scene? The music, I'm gonna keep it mute. So there's no music here. There's no music here. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Wait for the dialogue. Granny isn't wrong, and the music will start playing. But that doesn't mean you can't learn from this experience. And this is where the music will start playing. So with that line, what experience do I want people to have? This will be the first time this song will appear on the entire game before it becomes thematic to the rest of the game. And these very first few notes leave such an impact. You know, like when you first walk to Seventh Heaven, was it Seventh Heaven? I think it's Seventh Heaven. The bar from FF7, because they're from Sector 7, right? So, wow, I'm getting so confused. But yes, so they walk into the bar and that theme song just hits so hard with nostalgia for those who played remake after playing the original. So let's see, how do we want to approach this? My biggest challenge here. Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. Let's do it with piano first. Um. So Tifa's theme goes like this. Whoops. I don't remember. Hold on. Here it goes. I'm trying to play it by memory. So, but it opens up with that whole. And it's beautiful, and it flows right into the. It goes, you know. That intro is, to me, was one of the best and most flowing nostalgia hits ever, and people recognize it right away. And yet, it's not part of the main theme. And see, that whole entire section is played differently, even though it's like it starts on the D instead of the C. Instead, it goes. And it's amazing that it's very thematic, but it moves. Mine doesn't move anywhere, and it's just I just can't. And I feel like it's a happy accident that sometimes things flow the way they do, and feel as good as they do. And like I like where my song goes, but I just feel every time I hear Tifa's theme and I look at my compositions, I like mine repeats. That theme does not. That keeps moving. It moves up, it moves dramatically up, and then it just has that nostalgia factor that keeps playing. And I want to do that. I want to capture that, and I love how he did that. And that's where I want to go with it. And like Wait, how does the song go? The Mitsuda version, that song from Chrono Trigger. Wait. Wait. Yeah, but that goes back to the main theme. Uematsu doesn't do that. Uematsu kind of just keeps the song from Tifa's theme moving forward non-stop, and that this one always goes back to the. And then it goes back to the D. Yeah, that one just repeats. Versus Tifa's theme, which just goes. And it goes into another version and moves forward. And then it keeps going forward. And it repeats one time. And it goes away. And then goes further away. And then it goes further away. And it goes from here to here. It's so beautiful, and I'm just sitting there like, how do I do that with my music? And I would love to do that, and I want to move forward with that music, and I guess right now it's about feeling. And when I go back to my song, and I'm more on the Mitsuda side where I repeat that theme. There, it went back to the main. I love where that goes, and I'm combining Mitsuda's complexity of going, like his other song went 1 2 3 1 2. It goes from 3 to 2 to 3 to 2, and it's not 5 because, well, the phrasing isn't one whole set. There's a phrase of 3 and a phrase of 2 independently. In mine, there's a phrase of 3 and then there's a phrase of 4. So it makes things a little bit more complicated with how I'm supposed to compose
the rest of this track, especially the intro. The intro, I'm gonna keep it straight fours. I think. I'm thinking is like something more like along the lines of. So I'll be dropping it in and out since I'm also doing a little writing mixing this morning. How goes this? How goes the track? The track's okay. I just want to capture the same feeling that I got off of FF7. I feel like I want to give everybody this feeling that if you hear this character, it's nostalgia factors. So I'm trying to figure out how do I get that intro going. But no, you don't have to. I'm absolutely happy with your lurking over here. You don't have to worry about you don't have to stay in here because especially if you're mixing and mastering and I'm doing my or anything writing music as well, mine could be a distraction to yours. So yeah, just do your thing. No worries. It's already appreciated. Yeah, right? The magic that hits you in this. Like, I love Mitsuda. Don't get me wrong. Mitsuda is the reason I want to go into music. But Nobuo Uematsu somehow hits a spot. Like, even Yoko Shimomura doesn't hit it that way. Like, my first music was based off of her because her music is, well, honestly, it's simple. It's very simple yet very pretty, and you can get away with a lot with hers. Especially her Kingdom Hearts music. It's very straightforward, like left hand arpeggios, right hand melodies, and just go. But Uematsu, oh, it's what is it? Like there's that tone that's just ooh, I like that one. Like it just hits the nostalgia factor that's heavy. It's like I'm sitting here thinking, how do I do that? So it's like hmm. But that is just, you know, how does he go from wait. There it is. F and A. How does he go from that to Tifa's theme? How do you write that intro? And I can write a theme. I can write in the middle and everything. But that intro is beautiful. I've heard intros. Like even the Imperial March is hits you hard, but it's not hard to feel like you started out with a bump, 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 and then you just stuttered it, you know? But Uematsu came up with this beautiful flow straight at the start and then into this other melody altogether. Like what? Oh, it's so beautiful. I couldn't figure, and I'm sitting there like, I want that intro. I want that ability to write an intro that just captures you and then flows you right into the main song. So I'm trying to figure out what can I do for Red here. Especially this with that line right here going right into one day, one way or another, you will figure it out because it's you, and it's like, you know, this is your best of friends talking to you in a sense, you know, and do you want that character to be captured in such a way? Like Tifa is Cloud's best friend in a sense since forever. Whether it's a love interest or not, it is up to the player, but just capturing that is so amazing. Do I want to do the same thing? Like, I think I'll start with the G add 2. I just want to create, like, when you hear her come in, it's more. And it has to flow into this theme here. Um, I can always go the Broadway approach and use that whole, you know, like the whole Phantom of the Opera and the or the Gershwin style, you know. Um, but it's not the same. You're just hinting and revisiting the main melody. Uematsu doesn't do that. And that's what I'm trying to get there. And I'm just like, um I could just do that. I guess while I'm still learning how to do it, I should approach it that way. And in the future, I'll develop a better skill towards it. I mean, one step at a time. You just approach all the music. I mean, when I wrote the soundtrack to Mizuchi, I had no experience whatsoever, and I was still just learning theory. So, and I ran with it based off of theory and what I felt sounded good. So I feel like this, I'll learn it by steps, and I will say in a future track, I will have to just revisit it when I grow. But for now, I'll take it as it is. I know Disney tends to do that. Like, I'm gonna go back to Alicia's theme really quick. You know what? I am going to make a save state here, and hopefully there's no version updates. But Alicia escape. I'm gonna bed. Try to load Alicia's state. Yes, it still loads. It still doesn't capture the same magic as Uematsu. That is more of like a Disney magic intro.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm not trying to go there. Let's load back to red. Alright, so it's gonna be more like a whole... Oh, excuse me, sorry, there's somebody at the door. Hmm. How does Uematsu go from F major and F sharp to G7 augment? F major to augmented G7? Hold on, G, no, it's a C, a D flat? What is that chord? Hold on. C sharp, F, G. That's flat. But he's in F major with a B flat. So that's a D flat. There's a D flat F G. Huh? The B flat. He always visits that D flat. It's F. F is. F major with a D and E flat accidental. Which is almost like the whole that's the same thing as an A minor. has this song has accidentals in the G and A flat, but it's an A minor. Accidentals are always the most intriguing thing about music. Sometimes it sounds just perfect, and like whoever decided to use them at the right moments. And other times when you just try to do it and it feels forced, it's just not wonderful at all. Now I'm trying to sit here thinking, how did Uematsu come up with and he's doing split thirds or sixths. Jeez. It's sixes or thirds, depending on how you want to do it, but split thirds. Because that's basically. And instead is. Ah, beautiful, beautiful piece. That accidental there with the. F sharp. There's. That's such magic. I can spend forever trying to get this intro right. Whew. You can see that my melody doesn't really repeat too heavily. Let's move it to this one. It's easier to see, but it goes this and it repeats once here and repeats one more time here. That's a revisited theme here. This repeats. This changes and it repeats 3 times compared to.
That sounds nice. I'll do that. Mm-hmm. Wait, wait. Let's merge it. No, that works that way. Revisiting it, moving the top notes an octave lower. We'll keep it at 4/4. You can clearly see I'm not a great pianist. By any means, but yeah, adjust those out a bit. The lack of pedaling is irritating the heck out of me. But this is already starting in 3/4 to 4/4. Move you over here. Move you there. There we go. No, it doesn't copy. You kidding me? Signatures don't copy? No! Ugh! Jeez! I don't think they expected a composer to go back and forth and copy paste time signature patterns. All right. 4/4, 3/4, 4/4, 3/4, 4/4, 3/4, 4/4, 3/4. I think I missed a measure. Yes, I did. 3/4, then 4/4 here. Go back to 3/4, 4, 3/4.
I copy pasted this section over so there's no foot pedals, and the lack of pedals is really annoying. And then the key signatures and the pedaling is supposed to go at the start of measures, and this is gonna be a nightmare of a track to, to edit, but okay. It's beautiful overall, so it's gonna be worth it. Okay, the sustain pedal is absolutely broken now. You can see it here. The pedal is supposed to turn on and off. But it's not coming. There's a note hanging. That's driving me insane. You shouldn't have this. Maybe it doesn't like the quick pedaling. Many notes.
Maybe I'll extend these out into half the time. Um, it doesn't flow, and that whole. And I need to like run into it with the cord. The whole. Do, 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 do. Yeah, the other one is too fast. This is too slow. To go into this. So the pacing of that intro from Tifa's theme makes all the difference. Something about that pacing is so. The whole. It's like. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's that grace note between 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That intro is well paced. Mine, I need to come up with a better starting point. I'm going back to play the piece again.
So now I need an intro and a lesser tone because I feel like I did the climax first, and that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. But that's what I saw in this theme, and I got the chorus first and the climax of the song first, I guess. Eh. Hmm. 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 I don't know. It doesn't hit. It doesn't hit the same way. I want that hit. I want it to sound.
It's also my chord progression is kind of interesting. So like I do G major, D minor. Well, I mean, that could make a good verse. Hmm. Hmm. This is. Yeah, this is a rare moment where you actually get to see me kind of stumped. Normally, I'm just flowing in with how it feels, but this one, there's a specific feel, and I want to capture this feeling so bad that it's not quite there. And this is the amount of passion I'd give to any dev, no matter what, how much I'm getting paid or anything. And this is what I want to do, because like I want to be known for creating that kind of powerful feeling, even in the simplest of projects. Um, why does this sound so nasal? The upright, the classical upright sounds really nasal in this range.
don't know what it is about it. It's sensitive. Too low. Hmm. That might work. That is so tough. Oh my goodness. I mean, it sounds pretty. It's just not what I'm looking for. So what would I do here?
intro is so beautiful. It repeats twice. How does it flow so nicely into that though? Like that's what I'm trying to figure out here. It's F chord. G. G7 add 4? That's theirs. There's a beautiful pause there. I think it's the pause that makes it work. I have this extra note. Just to give everyone an idea of where this song started, it actually just started with me playing notes on the piano, and it came out like this. That is not syncing up correctly. Interestingly enough, that is definitely not syncing up correctly. Let me move that over. This is one beat off because I keep changing the measures. And this song is 3/4 going to 4/4 going to 3/4, and it gets going back and forth. So, makes things a little bit more complicated. But the piano was up here, and it sounded like simply this. That's kind of off. This was higher in octave. Like this. Sorry. Otherwise, the notes overlap and it doesn't make any sense. Because you can't have two fingers hitting the same note and hearing it like that. It's impossible. I hate the sound of the hammers hitting as heavy as they are. What if I just remove the pedal altogether? Why is the hammer so heavy? It's still hitting. It's like they put a microphone directly into the where the hammer's hitting the hammers like if you look at the inside of a piano, it's a bunch of hammers hitting the strings. Usually the mics are interesting. See if the location changes it. It does change it. I don't remember hearing the hammers that prominently in a piano, an upright piano. I think it's because we're usually listening to it from an audience perspective, but no. Ooh, that is. And just for an example, I'm gonna raise the hammer so you can hear. I think that's why this isn't raised as much. It's this mid-range. It's picking up the hammers. But I don't like how muddy the lower notes are on the upright, on this particular. It sounds like it sounds somewhat digitalized and kind of like it ran through a digital amp. I don't know, something about it. It sounds off. That jazzy tone from the
I love how gentle this one is, but it's missing the smoothness, that jazzy tone that we're this tone that the hammer sound is gone. The one I couldn't, I was saying I was annoying the hell out of me. It's because I removed this lower end, but then actually that electronic tone that I was hearing is also feeling like it's gone. It's starting to sound a little bit more like a piano. I don't know what the heck happened. Maybe I just had to reset it. It's a really harsh harp note somewhere in there. Hmm. Taking a moment to just kind of hear it in my head. Alright, maybe if I started out that way. Why did my screen just go dark like that? What? Oh. I somehow tried the screen capture or something. Somebody is trying to call me. Potential spam. Go away. That's the sound of my daughter telling me my phone is being called. Quite fun. Let's try this. What just happened there? Let's hear it. I'm kind of curious if it came out okay. Obviously, I didn't follow the metronome in the beginning, but I'm just trying to hear if it fits. It feels like there's a missing piece in the transition. It's not quite the same magic as Uematsu either. There's just that intro. Trying to see him. I'm just trying to imagine if you're playing this game and it starts to play, and you hear that start, kind of doing this whole. I kind of
think it'll work. Let's try it. Large part. Quantize everything first. Maybe. 1 count off. That transition's so forced. But I mean, it's there. That feeling, I think when Red shows up is a little bit. I'm gonna play this a little bit right when I hit that point. Red cues me with a tap of her tail against me as she goes on ahead. I push aside the curtain with a sigh, following her up a hidden stairs into the attic. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Granny isn't wrong, but that doesn't mean you can. And then this song starts to play. Granny isn't wrong, but that doesn't mean you can't learn from this experience. I don't believe it was a total failure. You think so? One way or another, you'll figure it out, because it's you. Nothing is without risk. You just need to make the risk as small as possible. I suppose. Anyway, I never thanked you for coming to rescue me. Always, not sleep. You will need all the rest you can get. Night, Robin. And it transitions to this song. So, it's not even a long scene. Most likely, I'm going to do a variant of this song that's much more gentle than this to keep it a little bit less. I feel like it fits that in the way that it starts. It's a much better than what I have originally, as the chorus comes in a little too heavy. And
the medieval drones of like the whole bagpipe style. I forgot what the name of that instrument is at the time, but it's like, you know, the droning of those, like the Scottish pipes and all that stuff. Just that era, the time period. And this song really fits with this line that pops up right here. This place has always felt magical. Granny's nickname feels more than appropriate at times. What are you thinking about? Nothing of consequence. Oh, before I forget, for you and your collection. This is a nice one. Oh, glad you like it. I found it right before things went sour. Seeing Red pass the river rock back and forth between her hands lifts my spirit. It's a rock. Her fingers caress the smooth gray banding as if it were threads on a beautiful gown. I thank you. Oh, Hin, is that another rock? How many must you have? Never enough. She gives me a wink, then saunters off onto the blooming planters. There lies hidden the many rocks of her collection. And you can see the rocks right here. And like, I wish you could find somewhere else to put her rock stacks. They make the field look so beautiful, though. It's quite a work of art, is it not? She waves her hand around, exasperated. I feel like the music is beautiful. It fits entirely for the mood of the scene. Maybe I need to tone down certain parts of the instruments. Again, that's why I need to play test it. But this is still a demo, beta, alpha stage. I would say it's an alpha and beta stage, because we're still kind of like getting it there. And we're still gonna adjust all the music, but I feel like this is a great place for where it is right now. Let me go back to this scene. I do this again. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. I just gotta play it. Granny isn't wrong, but that doesn't mean you can't learn from this experience. Think so? One way or another way. That's beautiful. Maybe I can just adjust it to keep it at this theme. Make a better transition, and then I ride it. I think that fits very well for the piece. And that's the thing that's most important. It's not about how elaborate or how beautiful the song is per se. It's more whether or not the song fits and can hook the audience. The audience is all that matters. And the music is gonna carry. Like otherwise, like to make this really feel like a full interactive experience, and the music and the artwork has to be the immersion. The sense of immersion in with the book, the story. A visual novel is generally a book with visuals and music, and it has to create a deeper sense of immersion, and that's the goal I'm aiming for. Of course, I just don't want it to be blank chords and everything that other composers are doing. And I appreciate like Willard had some pretty awesome music in his game, by the way, a lot of the games I played, the demos I played, have a lot of awesome music, so. Alright, today it's 12:40. I'm gonna digest this track. I don't know where I'm gonna go with it yet. I feel like it's something I need to listen to a little bit over and over again and kind of just feel it, and I'll have that aha moment. I'll just hear it in my head, how it's supposed to transition, how it's supposed to flow. It's not something I want to do on stream because that's something that tends to, as my family would know, I play the same loop over and over for about hours, and it's it's not something that happens on stream in that same sense. It's like, oh, let's try that set of notes or this set of notes, and how this flow goes together. Um, Sometimes I get lucky and I just know exactly where I want it to be, and this time it's like I need to feel it. So I'm going to end my stream a little earlier today. And I'm going to thank everybody for who's dropping by. Willard, by the way, if you're still here, or if you can hear me, I figured you muted and lurked at the moment because you're doing the same thing, writing some music, writing, mixing, and working on your next game. I'll drop you a DM anyways, and I'm hoping you could schedule a time where I can play your. I'll set up a that will book to play your game again on, but in the full version over in the new year actually. So there's a chance I won't be streaming any more music production tracks during the next few weeks. I will be working on finishing this song, but not on stream. Being given the holidays and the kids being off, I figure it's best that maybe I don't schedule because it's totally unpredictable. So I'm hoping somebody will hop on and just kind of catch it as it goes. But for the most part, I may be just streaming gameplay of some seasonal events on Roblox for certain games that are on there with my kids. My daughter especially loves Standy's World, and we're going to be doing the Christmas events there and just, hanging out with everybody. So I'm hoping some people would want to come and join me on that one, and we can all play together. I'd love to get to know my viewers a little bit better, and what better way than to do something that's a little bit more chilled back. If you have a game that you play and you know of something that's probably like in that zone of just hanging out together and playing online, I'd be also happy to join you on that one. So, yeah, thank you everyone for dropping on the stream. I'm gonna end it about it looks like about 50 minutes earlier today. So, I'm not gonna rush around too much and anything. If anything, I might be able to drop in on the stream tomorrow, but I do have extra stuff to prepare. My daughter has a surgery coming on Friday, so that's why there's no schedule this Friday. If you saw my announcements on Discord, I already announced that as well. So I'm wishing my daughter some good luck there, but it's a very simple surgery. She already has some knee correction already there. The plates are still there. They're just, reinserting the screws to help her recorrect because she's kind of going over and it's kind of coming back. I feel bad for her. Obviously it hurts a little bit. She's gonna be home, and it takes a bit of time to fully recover and feel okay again. Because pain is pain. Nobody likes it. But yeah, so I want to devote a lot more of my attention to being there for her during that time. So if I don't come on, I don't come on. If I do come on, it'll be just to kind of play some games with her and keep it distracted. I think that's it. Thank you everybody, and have a happy holidays if I miss you. Whatever you celebrate, whatever your religion's here, Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah, anything, depending on whatever you celebrate, just happy holidays, and I hope you have a wonderful new year. If anyone's taking a break or taking a trip, I have I am looking forward to seeing everybody again, and I will be streaming over the week. Maybe we'll have some fun. All right? All right. I think that's it. Let's just click on the stream end.